God, you're going to start having to cry.
You have to cry.
I wouldn't mind, but he was laughing at Lisa yesterday when she shed a few tears in the church yesterday. I suppose, firstly, I'd like to start by saying it's an honour to be here today and to be Fitzy's best man. I should actually say it's an honour and a pleasure, but you will get no pleasure out of this. I do actually have a pint of beer of some sort, because I need it. I suppose you'd all agree it's been a wonderful day, and again I'm going to reiterate what Stephen has said and Adrian. It's down to a few special people. Stephanie, who I know has helped out Lisa loads. You look gorgeous today. Sorry guys, I've asked, she's taken already, so. The glamorous mothers of the bride and groom. Ladies, you look great today in your new frocks. Funnily enough, the same compliment could go to the fathers of the bride and groom. Who also look great in their new frocks. Again, the usher, Mr. Eoin Gray, great usher today, and Stephen for getting us to the church on time, although a little slowly. And I stopped for a bottle of champagne. And last but not least, Lisa, I'd like to say you look absolutely breathtaking today, and Fitzy, you've done very well for yourself. I never thought you'd actually be with such a good-looking girl. No worries there. Don't worry, Chris, I have a few pages here with a few little stories about yourself, so we'll start off. So, for those who don't know me, my name's Eoin Dunphy, and I'm the best man. 15 years ago, a group of us started on a new adventure. Some of them are over here. We started on a new adventure, and that was secondary school. And for whatever reason, we started gravitating toward each other, and we've been friends ever since. So, I guess I'm here. I'm honoured to be speaking on behalf of that bunch of lads. So, just so you know. So, like I said, myself and Fitzy have known each other for about 15 years or so, and we've been through a lot together. We've been on holidays together. You know, ID'd at local pubs together. We've been thrown out of pubs together. Explored the world of the opposite sex together, separate. You know how it goes when you're growing up and you're trying to find out what's right and wrong. We've all been there, I'm sure. So like I said, it's been when Fitzy asked me to be best man, as anyone would be, I was chuffed, like honestly really chuffed, but. Until the realisation kicked in a few weeks ago that I actually had to write this bloody speech. And a bit of a panic attack, to be honest, because you have to decipher what's good to tell, what's bad to tell, what's acceptable, what are the audience going to be like. So I had a word with Father Montesi there today, and he said you're all really nice. He said you were very receptive to his to everything he had to say, all his prayers. So he said you'll be fine in front of him. So I'm expecting you to be just as receptive to me as well. Actually saying that, Fitzy's cousin Nigel actually gave me a bit of advice as well earlier on outside. He said, I've been best man twice. He said, here's a bit of advice. If things are going belly up, just get the hell out of there. Thanks, Nigel. I didn't know what to do with that. I was kind of speechless for a while. I just came up and you hit it right out there.
My advice would be duck out.
It's okay.
Whoa, tough crap. So like I did, I tried to get some fun Fitzy memories as you do, speaking to friends, and it's funny how things pan out. You speak to a lot of friends, you get a lot of stories, but when it came down to it, yeah, I ended up turning to the one person that every Irish man turns to in his time of need, and that's his mammy. And in this case, Fitzy's mammy. And so I had a chat with Mary anyway, and Mary, as mothers do, tend to rabbit on about their son. Yeah, you know, going on about what a legend he is and how good he is at soccer and sport and how good he was in growing up, and I suppose what a boxing champion he was. And then she started going into his troubled, not troubled I suppose, but she started kind of speaking about his, I suppose when he met Lisa and how things kind of panned out from the beginning, and I suppose where it all built from. So she kind of described this, kind of went on for a while about the love-struck young man she had in her hands for a while, and described this transatlantic relationship, as they called it in the Fitzpatrick household. But after a while, I kind of got a feeling that maybe she was holding something back, and it took me a while, but I finally got it out of her, and I think it's here somewhere. She had Fitzy's diary.
Oh, yes. Oh, so good.
Fitzy's diary on top of it. I guess it was quite, it was hard to know should I use it or not. It's one of these things, you get some person's deep personal thoughts, and you kind of go, should you use it or not? Well, I guess a lot of you haven't met me before, and this is my bread and butter. So I guess it's kind of like there's a lot in it, like a lot of stuff you probably don't want to hear, like this. But I kind of cut it down to the juicy stuff of when we actually met Lisa, and when they were. I suppose Fitzy mentioned earlier on about that night in Turku in Finland, and so I guess I'm going to bring you back to that night. So I highlighted 6 pieces from the diary, and maybe I'll just read them out, and we'll see how we get on. So 4th of February 2002, dear diary. What would it say there? Lectures, yada yada. Here we are. Sorry. I saw a girl I really took a shine to at the party last night. She was unbelievably out of my league. I didn't know how to catch her attention, so I sat on her keys. I usually have to come back over to find them. May's plan, if I do say so myself. I think I was being really funny, and I think she dug my style, because when she was leaving, she said she'd see me around. I think her name was Lisa. For a few days after this, we could see a slightly anxious guy waiting to see if he'd ever meet her again. So if we just kind of move on. The 6th of February, and we have dear diary. I'm slightly anxious. What kind of Lisa? Wonder if she's still around. Yes, my hair is still not growing back. And again on Valentine's Day, we have another. Sorry, I didn't make we have Valentine's Day. It's dear diary. Damn, it's Valentine's and I'm spending it on my own again, just like all the other years. I was hoping to bump into that girl Lisa again so I could give her a card, but I couldn't find her anywhere. Man, this sucks. What would Dunphy do? He's so cool.
Too good.
We move forward then to the 4th of March. When he sorry, I'm not sure, skip a bit. So we move on to the 3rd of March, when he finally gets a sniff. Dear diary, big night tonight. Everyone is going out, and from what I hear, so will Lisa. Think I'm going to wear my cool baggy jeans. I look really good in them. Better not forget the CK1 aftershave. Never fails. Let's just hope I'm having a good hair day, so Lisa notices. So, obviously we don't know what happened that night, but when we move on to the 4th of March, it seems to go pretty well. I'll kind of skip out some bits. So, last night was just ace. Lisa was there. She looked amazing. I asked her to dance, and I couldn't believe it. She said yes. It was totally the coolest thing that has ever happened to me. Oh my God, is it too soon to tell her how I feel? Oh Lisa, lovely Lisa. Surely things couldn't go downhill from here, but 2 days later, the poor guy gets a bullet to the heart. 14th of March. Now, I probably shouldn't read this one out, as it's a bit of a tearjerker, but it really shows the emotional guy, which we've all seen today. But as best man, I feel it's my duty to read it out. Dear diary, is this what a broken heart feels like? I just saw Lisa off to the airport. I feel lonely already. We spent the most wonderful week together before she left. Poor Lisa wasn't feeling the best, as she had an awful cold, but I think it was just her sadness coming out. She out her nose, her beautiful little red nose. I knew I had to do it. I knew I had to tell her how I feel. So I gave her a letter, and she left, and asked her not to open it until she got back to Scotland. I hope it wasn't too much. Now, to be fair, it did take me a while to get this letter. But from what I hear, it was one of the reasons Lisa fell in love with Fitzy was because of his, I don't know, because of his literary genius. And I heard a lot about this. He was sending emails, he was sending letters. He was actually writing letters, which we don't see actually happens anymore. But let's see if we can find that letter. I had to type it out because his writing was so bad. Dear Lisa, lovely Lisa, I can't believe I have to write this letter. Every word is breaking my little heart, and another bit as it means I'm getting closer to having to say goodbye to you. In a weird way, I feel like I just have become alive, so alive. You're like the air to me, like water to the fishes, like sun to the flowers. Oh Lisa, when will I see you again? Maybe I'll move to Scotland to be closer to you. I hope that doesn't freak you out. I hope you don't think this is too much, but I think I might be in love with you. And I know I only know you a few weeks, but they've been the best few weeks of my life. I just hope you feel the same. It's a bit hard to say exactly what I feel, so I decided to write you a poem. I hope you like it. I Want to Be Yours by Eoin Dunphy. Let me be your vacuum cleaner, breathing in your dust. Let me be your Ford Cortina, I will never rust. If you like your coffee hot, let me be your coffee pot. You call the shots, I want to be yours. Let me be your raincoat for those frequent rainy days. Let me be your dreamboat when you want to sail away. Let me be your teddy bear. Take me with you anywhere. I don't care. I want to be yours. Let me be your electric meter. I will not run out. Let me be the electric heater. You get cold without. Let me be your setting lotion. Hold your hair with deep devotion. Deep as the deep Atlantic Ocean. That's how deep is my emotion. Deep, 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 deep. That's actually written here. Deep. I don't want to be hers. I want to be yours. Love forever, Fitzmambro. Now, okay. You might have guessed, I did take some poetic license in the writing. But I didn't exaggerate how Fitzy and Lisa fell for one another almost immediately and against all the odds that come with an initial long-distance relationship. They made it, and here they are today on this great happy occasion. So I think, at this point, my research tells me that I'm supposed to make a couple of jokes about marriage, disguised as advice to the bride and groom. So here we are. Lisa, remember, men are like a fine wine. They start out like grapes, and it is your job to stamp on them and leave them in the dark until they mature into something you'd like to have dinner with. Fifth, women are also like a fine wine. They will start out fresh, fruity, and intoxicating to the mind, and then turn full-bodied with age until they go sour and vinegary, eventually giving you a headache. But if the truth be told, I believe that these guys don't need any advice. I truly believe that if they stay the way they are going, you'll have a wonderfully, amazingly happy life together. For as long as I've known Fitz, I haven't seen him as happy as he is now. And although back in 2002 he may have thought he was taking a wild risk by moving to Scotland in search of love, I can safely say that his risk and Lisa's risk for letting this lovable rogue come over in the first place has paid off for these two fabulous people. So on that note, please join me in wishing the happy couple a long and happy marriage, and may all their dreams come true. To Lisa and Fitzy.
Well done for leaving us. We've got issues. He's got to get an award for that.